Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Boniface Ndiga, a professional photography and videography. Today we are going to dive into the world of the manual camera setting. If you want to take the full control of your photography, you must understand three things. Number 1, ISO. Number 2, shutter speed. Number 3, aperture. Without further ado, let's start with ISO. I know most of you just ask yourself many questions. What is ISO? ISO, it is a sensitivity of light. For example, a lower ISO like 100, 200 mean the less sensitivity, which is very perfect in the bright condition, or else higher ISO like 1600 or 3200 increases sensitivity to the light, which is very suitable to the lower light condition. Allow me to show you how the lower and the higher ISO use. On my table I have the camera named Canon 2000D, and then at the far end I have the bunch of flower. The bunch of flower, it is in a bright condition, so I'll just switch on my camera. I have the button named switch on, switch off, switch on my camera. After switch on my camera, you see in the display we have capital M. This capital M stands for manual, and then we have shutter speed, we have aperture, and then we have ISO. As you see, ISO named ISO there. So I'll just shoot my image, or I'll just shoot my bunch of flower using the lower ISO. I'll come here in the setting, set my camera into lower ISO, that is 100 or 200, any can fit, and then after that zoom out or zoom in my camera, and then focus on my image very well to see very clear, and then I capture it. After capturing, you see that my bunch of flower, it's seen very clear, very suitable. It gives me easy time on editing. Let's use the higher ISO. You see the difference. So after now clicking using the lower ISO, I come in the setting. Now I increase it either 1600 or 3200. That is higher ISO. Any kind of it, you can use 1600 or use 3200. So mine, I just use 3200. After that, I see my image very clear. I capture it. The effect is, remember that the lower ISO, it is used perfectly in a bright condition, and then the higher ISO, it is used perfectly in a lower light condition. But ours, we just capture the bunch of flower, while the bunch of flower, it was in a bright condition. Note this, learners, if you're just using ISO, make sure that the lower ISO you use it in a bright condition, and the higher ISO you use it in a lower light condition, in order your image to be seen very clear and then not to give you a hard time in editing. Now let's talk about shutter speed. This control how long camera shutter remain open, let the light hit the sensor. It is normally measured into the seconds or fraction. Faster shutter speed like 1/1000. This is normally used to capture in action movies, sports, or wrestling. Examples of a best shutter speed like 1/100 second to 1/1000 second. It is normally used in a walking on or a slow motion. As you see on my camera, this is a shutter speed. The shutter speed on my camera is 1/10. So for example, if I increase my shutter speed up to 1/100, remember that 1 up to 500 or 1 up to 1000, it is normally used to shoot while people are walking. 1/1000 second up to 1/2000 second, it is normally used in a running, hunting, or fighting. 1/1600 up to 1/2500, it is normally used in a large flying bird. And then we have another one for stationary. For example, on further hand I have a bunch of flower, so I just use 1/60 seconds up to 1/400 seconds. So I just use the shutter speed of 1/6 seconds or 1/400 seconds. So allow me to set my shutter speed on 1/100. Then after that, make sure that I zoom in, and then focus a little bit to see my image clear, and then I capture. The shutter speed, it allows the light to hit the sensor. How faster it allows the light to hit the sensor.